Hello and welcome to Las Blancas Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of Las Blancas. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone had a very good Christmas and holidays. For that matter, like everyone is doing good. I hope everyone has their bellies full of good food now and just toiling through to the end of the year. And yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since we have hit record. The schedules have been an absolute mess to line up, to say the least. And this time I'm not at fault. This time Kanita is extremely
Yes.
busy these days, so it's been very difficult to sort of find the room to uh record and find a uh amicable time for both of us. But we are here. We are here and we will try to be here as frequently as possible. We are trying to work on a fixed schedule sort of thing for 2026. That is what is the plan. So these podcasts will come at a fixed sort of time. That is what we plan on achieving. So let's see how badly Liga F and Champions League schedule throws us off, but let's see. Hopefully that is one of our resolutions for 2026. But hope everyone is doing well. And this pod we will be sort of recapping the season until now, and also sort of sharing some of the highlights of 2025 because a lot happened this year. So many good things, some not so good things, but yeah, we'll go through all of that. But Kanita, it's been a while. How are you? How you doing?
Yes, guys, I'm at fault. Sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of projects and stuff with the uni and all of that. So, yes, but we're back and it's actually good to be back recording and all that. So, yeah, I mean, we already have a New Year's resolution as you said. So, yes, very good. Very good to have a New Year's resolutions. And yeah, I mean, it was one hell of a year, honestly, with a lot of changes and stuff. A lot of it was a roller coaster of a year. So let's recap it.
And I mean, this season, sort of, let's start with the season. Let's give out the flowers for this season. Let's talk about what has happened in this season so far. And this season sort of, like, started off on a very positive note. We had a change that, we kept asking for a while, uh which was the managerial change, and we got that right before the season began. So, perfect sort of scenario. But the appointment had us a little on the fence. A manager with no experience in women's football was taking over. So, not the ideal replacement, we would say. But so far, if we look at where we are in different competitions, we have qualified for the knockouts in the Champions League. Unfortunately, could not finish in the top four because we messed up a couple of games, and just toiled through. Especially the last 20 game was, I don't know, unnecessarily laborious. Uh, then in the league, it was a very poor start early on, and then we sort of have bounced back, and now currently we sit in second place, 2 points ahead of third place Real Sociedad, and now, like, whatever number of points behind Barcelona
Mhm.
right now. But initially, when the season started, after the first three games, I think it's safe to say that neither of us were optimistic. And from that point on until now, I think there are a few things to like about Pau Quesada, a few things that he has done that are going well, and a few things that still need improvement in the upcoming year for us to make it a meaningful season. So, Kanita, I'll come to you first. What was your sort of, what was the one thing that you want to say, okay, Pau Quesada, I hand it to you. Like you have done this well. What was that one thing that you think Quesada has done right?
Yeah, I mean, certainly weren't optimistic. We started really rough. And very soon in the season, we started with some tough games like the Madrid Derby. But, later on, there were some obvious changes for the better. Obviously, like you said, a lot of it is there to improve still, but I mean, there's something we've been talking about throughout the whole season that we really like. But before I get to it, because this is like a corollary of this one main thing, and it's the change in mindset, which actually the players themselves have been talking about. There was one interview, I think by Yasmin or Antonia. I'm not sure which of the Brazilians, but there was one interview not so long ago, a few weeks ago, and she said, she loves this new mindset they have, and it's very obvious. Like we even talked about it in the last El Clasico, like we lost 4-0, but it didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
We didn't feel afraid, and it was so different than any other Clasico that we played, and it just all in general, it's such a good like refreshment, let's say, in mindset this season, and I can say that players are happier. So as a corollary of this mindset, there's a lot of instilled confidence, mostly in the youngsters, because they're given a lot of time, given minutes, given opportunities to play, and even in bigger games, and we signed some young players as well for the first team, aside from promoting Pau Comendador. We also signed Bella Anderson and Kukelar, and I mean we had Kukelar start in El Clasico as well. So there's just a lot of these things that a lot of times that they played in big games and they got to experience a lot of different positions, especially Sylvie, who to experience a lot of positions, especially in the right back when she's a center back. But yeah, I mean, even in midfield. So yeah, I really love it. The Eva Navarro as well. She's been shining this season. She's got a lot of minutes, and this just instilled confidence in his own players, which I really really love. I see how they shine now, especially the youngsters.
Yeah, I think the biggest positive change that has come under his tenure this season is the use of young players. And we have seen a lot of the players get significant minutes, not just the ones we have signed, but some of the academy kids. Pau Comendador was getting very significant minutes. Then all of a sudden it's Iris, who is coming up, and now she's scoring goals. She's getting meaningful minutes. She's starting up front because of our striker situation, so, and she's making the most of it, to say the least. So it's very encouraging to see whenever we want to rotate. Bella Anderson is getting minutes at the heart of defense, so now we can rest, and she has been impressing as well. Then there's Kukelar, obviously, who has been like very very good on the right hand side. Then we have put on the left. All of that thing has happened, but the thing is, like, we can rely on our youngsters because they are getting meaningful minutes throughout the season. So like when the time comes, if we have an injury, I think these players are sort of ready to come in. Irune's adaptation early on in the season, when she was starting, and everything, like it's commendable. We did not expect all these players to be playing an important part of the season already in the first half, so that's encouraging signs. And honestly, like, if you look at our results, if you remove that Barcelona game from the league, we have had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive clean sheets if we remove that Barcelona game from the league, which is like, it's not consecutive. Obviously, like we have had 3 consecutive after that, but like it's something like, we used to be like, okay, we can't keep a clean sheet, we'll give away a cheap goal or one or two here and there. But early on, when Fromm started, Fromm was doing really well, and then Misa has come in because Fromm got injured, and our defense has looked quite good. uh wouldn't say like it's the best defense or anything, but like we are accumulating clean sheets, which is very important, which instills that confidence further. And the whole thing, like there are a few things that I'm not a big fan of either. With the left back situation, it keeps changing quite frequently for me. Like you have to decide on one, and then just rotate it when you want to rotate it in like a cup competition, or like, but making a left back change during the game, I feel is a substitution wasted. So those are a little bit of things that I'm not a big fan of. Also, like I feel our chance creation from settled possession isn't still the best, and we have a striker problem now, with Brune's availability unclear, Redondo not there either. Uh, so we have had to rely on youngsters. We have had to rely on Comendador. We have had to rely on Ashley, and these players have done well, but we need a renowned or a sort of a marksman up front who can score goals at a regular frequency, who has some experience, to say the least. And I think we are sort of struggling with that. A lot of the goal scoring burden has fallen onto the shoulders of Linda Caicedo, has fallen onto the shoulders of Caroline Weir, Sarah Debritz coming along and scoring a few goals here and there. But I feel we need a recognized sort of number 9 in the team. And if whatever the situation is with Brune, because there's a lot of uncertainty there about what is going on either. So once that is clear, I think if the situation allows us to get a signing, I think we should be looking in the market to get a new number 9. I think that is one area. But I think apart from that, like I have complaints about the way we play. I like the fact that there have been interviews saying that we like how the brand of football Quesada has told his team to play, and players are saying that yeah, we want to play brave, we want to press on the when we don't have the ball, which was very evident in the game against Barcelona about how we press them. So those were some encouraging signs. I think we should be building on them. And yeah, I mean, there are a few positives, there are a few negatives as well. So let's see. Like I the biggest negative for me is sort of you know having that still a big chunk of reliance on Linda Caicedo and Caroline Weir. I think a more structured approach is sort of more replicable, sort of, if that's a word. It can be replicated quite easily, and if a player gets injured, you put someone else in and it still works. But currently, like if those two are out, it does seem like we will have some problems. So yeah, I mean, apart from that, I think it's been a decent season. I don't know if we will be able to win any trophy. Like Copa de la Reina will be our best bet, sort of. But the league is a little out of reach at the moment. 7 points is midway through the season is not great, honestly. But yeah, I mean, not the worst season. There are definitely some improvements, so we'll take that. But we signed a lot of players this summer, right? Like a lot of good players, a lot of quality big names. Which players have really stood out to you, Kanita, so far? Like which players have impressed, which new signings have impressed the most? with their performances so far.
Okay, so I was a bit skeptical about her in the beginning. We also talked about when we talked about the signings that we weren't sure where she'd fit in. But Sara De Brits, she I mean, she surprised me honestly. Like, we also saw some good goals from her. She can strike. She can strike. But aside from that, I mean, she's really good. Like, she's a really good support, especially to the wingers. And I don't know, like, our midfield situation is a bit chaotic. It has been since the beginning of the season. It was that chance creation problem we've had and all that. And a lot of times our midfielders seem a bit off, you know. But Sarah honestly has been decent in every game I've seen. And aside from her, someone I was really impressed with, I mean, throughout the time that she was given more minutes, is Bella Anderson. She's really young. She didn't start well. She started really unstable, but it was like one or two games where she was really, unstable. And then later on, she just became so much more confident. Like her defending, like she would, she even in one of the last games, we put her striker him for the last few minutes to try. I think it was the Paris game. No, the Twente game when we tried to win it in the last. So yeah, just go everyone. And she's tall, so she, you know, um, Campista, let's say. And yeah, I mean, I'm really glad we got a good defender for the future. She looks very bright to me. And what I've been bit hungry for is to see more of Sarah Holmgard, even though she hasn't really been playing that much. I mean, I assumed she would be the main left back, but it seems like Quesada prefers Yasmin, which I don't complain about either. Like I like Yasmin a lot, but sh Sarah isn't really getting that many minutes as I hoped she would. So yeah, I'm just hungry for that right now. And yeah, obviously we haven't seen that much from Kukela as well, but from what we've seen, I really love her. I really love her. I sing all the time like cookie 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 every time she's on the pitch because she's so fun to watch. So yeah, she's young, so obviously very exciting. So yeah, I mean, I would say Sarah De Brits and Bella Anderson really shine for me the most.
Yeah, I mean, I agree about Sarah Holmgard's point. I expected her to be like the first name on for that left back spot, and we do play slightly better when she is on the pitch, but currently like we are going through that phase where we don't have a recognized striker starting up front for us. And if that was Bruin starting up front regularly for us, and then having uh Sarah Holmgard there who can put in great crosses, would have been quite nice. But so far like it's been so. But I feel like when Sarah is on the pitch, we do play better. She does come inside a lot. She is very comfortable on the ball. She's slightly conservative when building out from the back. But I think like it makes us stick slightly better than Yasmin. No, like I think Yasmin has been quite good, honestly, and that is why like we have two quality left backs battling it out for one spot, which is a very privileged position to be in. You can ask many clubs about that, but yeah, I mean, it's a great spot to be in. For me, I think the two new signings that have really stood out to me is one, Sara Debritz, of course, because she has now taken up the role in midfield wherein she is able to contribute in the final third a lot more. She has understood, she has like gotten acclimatized to this group, to the other players as well, so she knows which spaces she needs to occupy, where she needs to be, where other players will be in relation to her. So that's been a very good thing to start. And she scored when she scored that goal in the derby as well from the free kick. It was like, okay, like she has come here to make a mark, and she's slowly leaving an authority in the midfield. She's able to make a difference in every game, which is what we expected. And hopefully, touch wood, in 2026, she remains injury free and we get to see this version of her, which honestly we haven't been able to see since her PSG days before the ACL and everything. So hopefully we get to see that. The other player that is sort of now sidelined because of injury, but was literally saving our defense, uh, is Merle Froms for me. I feel like she was spectacular, and to no surprise, honestly, like I've seen her before, and she's just this quality. There were multiple instances at the start of the season when we were struggling, and it was Merle Froms just making sure that we are not 5-0 down already. Some big saves in the initial games. The defense let her down multiple times, but like she was there rock solid at the back, making big saves in every single game and coming up clutch when called upon. So I think like these two signings have been sort of the standout for me. Obviously, Hukelar, Bell Anderson all have been doing quite well. One thing that I would like to sort of see is watch Hannah Benison a little bit more on the pitch. So far, we haven't been able to see her on the pitch, and I think that was going to come because of the role that she plays, of the position that she is competing in. We have quite a few players there, and some of them are, mainstays. You have Angel Doll, who is always available somehow. And I mean, touch wood, I hope she's available throughout the next year as well. We have Toletti, you have, Caroline. We are also sort of competing for that spot. Then you have got Debreets as well. And soon we will probably have Tere too. You've got Irune as well playing there. So, like it's a tough spot for her, but I would like to see her more, and in slightly advanced position where she doesn't have to like sort of act as a controller, but rather a line breaker up front. So that would be quite interesting to see. But yeah, I think 2025-26 season so far has been a solid 7.
Yeah, I was
I think
thinking the same. Yeah.
I think 7 would be a fair rating. Like it hasn't been an exceptional season. It would have been quite nice if we would have finished in the top 4 for the Champions League, but unfortunately that did not happen. So I think I'm deducting a few points. So maybe a 6.5 to 7 would be an ideal because of the bad 6, 7, or whatever the kids are saying these days. But yeah, uh, where was I? Yeah. So I think the bad start, the sort of struggle in big games, a little bit to not be able to pull off the result, even when we go ahead against Arsenal as well, like taking the lead and then giving it up. So small, a few little minor details here and there that would have made it an 8 if the Champions League campaign had gone slightly better. But currently I think 6.5 to 7 would be my rating for this season. uh but yeah, so that is about sort of it for this season. But since we are about to end 2025, and 2025 has been some year in terms of everything, in terms of the team, in terms of us. Uh, so let's sort of do a little thing for 2025 recap as well. What has been your favorite moment of 2025 from Real Madrid Femenino?
Um, it's a really easy one. It's a really
Uh,
easy one. It's that Clasico back in March, which came out of nowhere, which we won. And yeah, it's like yes, when we like none of us expected it, and it's so weird. Like the whole year was so coded like that. Like just things will happen when you least expect them in everything. And it's been like that with the girls, with this team as well. It's obviously that Clasico. We also gave up on the coach change, but we got a new manager. We got some pretty unexpected signings as well. Some very big ones like Medal of Froms and the Brits. Like I wasn't even believing that we would get them, and oh my god, and the home guard as well. So yeah, it was a very fun year. But oh my god, that Clasico. I mean, I wrote so much about that day, like so much. I remember that we recorded the same day. We didn't even talk about football. We were just talking. We were just yapping, Yapatrons 3000. Like it was such a good day. So also probably my favorite episode we ever recorded. So yeah, it was so magical. And it's something also very interesting that I just want to add, because this year there's this one movie. I don't know if you ever heard about it, K-pop Demon Hunters, but there's this one there's this one special quote from that movie, which not a lot of people talk about, sadly. But it's like that's the funny thing about hope. No one else gets to decide if you feel it. And I'm like, yeah, that's like 2025 coded. Honestly, that's like I said, I think 2025 actually got you to decide when you feel hope. And it's like, you don't feel hope for this specific Classico to do anything. Everyone just gave up. It was in the middle of everything. We already lost like a Classico before that, and we were in the middle of two Arsenal games, and no one cared about that Classico. Just go to Barcelona, lose it 5-0, 6-0, 10-0. We don't care it, didn't win it. Of course, we would win it because no one cared about it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I will stop here. I will stop here. What was your favorite moment, please?
We ended up singing the anthem at the end of that pod as well. Pretty surreal thing to still look back on as well. But yeah, I mean, I think it would be stupid not to pick that. Very close with total sacking as well. But
Yeah.
nah, I think beating Barcelona for the first time after so many tries, after humiliating defeats, and everything, like finally getting one up on them was quite nice. Even though we ended up losing again this season, in the only meeting, and we are scheduled to, if we get past Paris FC, of course, we are scheduled to sort of face them again. So let's hope that one of those games we also managed to win. But yeah, I think that was the standout moment of 2025 for me as well. uh Pretty crazy, the whole setting of it as well, like it there being hails falling down from the sky. The pitch was covered in white, the players celebrating, and it really, like, it was poetic in many ways, sort of. The pitch being white, and us winning there, on their home, nonetheless. So crazy, crazy stuff, honestly. Really, really enjoyed that. And now that we have talked about the favorite moment or the highlight of 2025, what, according to you, was the lowest point this calendar year, Kanita?
Well, it was actually something that happened the same week as that
Yeah.
Classico, just like 3-4 days later. That second leg against Arsenal. In the first leg, we were We won 2-0 in Madrid. It was, that's pouring rain in Madrid, everyone, that it was sparked a controversy about Alfredo Di Stefano stadium. But, we won there, and we were okay. We won Classico. We won the first leg, and we went to London. We flunked hard. They didn't let us play, and yeah, we lost 3-0. They went on to semifinals and later on to win the Champions League. So we lost against the champions. So in retrospect, not that bad. But
Well,
yeah, it was pretty sad. It was pretty sad, and it's so weird that the best and worst moments happened the same week. So yeah.
I said this then as well after the Champions League. Like we beat both the finalists, so technically we won the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we experienced the extremities of emotion that week. Like we were so happy one day, and then all of a sudden we were so sad. And yeah, I mean, it's what could have been or whatever, but being able to reach the semi-final stage would have been a big success. So let's see if this season we can make it past the quarterfinal stage. Would be a really really amazing thing to achieve in 2026. But let's see what happens there. Another moment that I think would have been like had Loipols continued,
Yeah.
uh, like that first leg win against Arsenal where she put in like insane shift on a very bad ground, and then picked up an injury that like sort of forced
Yeah.
her to retire, which or she made the decision after that to retire. But would have been very nice to sort of see her a season more playing to the full strength. That our midfield would have been so goated if Loipos would have been there as well. But yeah, can't have it all. So that was a sort of a bittersweet moment when she announced that she's going to retire, given how big of a performer she is and how she can fill in every role in the midfield, and how much balance she added to the squad as well. And uh, not less the fact that like she is a veteran figure in the dressing room, so would have helped a lot of the youngsters as well that we have this season. So would have been nice, but yeah, I mean, can't have it all, I guess. But since these moments are done, I think the only thing that remains is, who was your player of the year of 2025? Who was the one standout player for you, Kanita?
Okay, so I mean, an easy pick would be Caroline Weir, that brace in the Clasico, and also her becoming the top goal scorer for Real Madrid Femenino. Um, that would be a very obvious choice. So it would be like between her and Linda, obviously. Mm, I don't know. I think I have to go with Weir. Maybe I don't know. It depends also on what you say. So yeah, let's just hear what you have to say.
I think I'll go with Linda slightly. Caroline Weir obviously like came back and has been phenomenal once again. Like she's back this season, also struggled a little at the start, but now looks to be back scoring worldies once again. I think Linda for me, because Linda has, I think, gone up a notch, and I think she has become this player, this ever reliant player in big games and in big moments, who always creates something. She was, in my opinion, she was one of the best wingers in the world last season. She was doing a lot of things. She was carrying the ball really well. She was taking on players. Then uh, she finished second in that Copa trophy as well, which is again like it's a personal accolade, but also shows her growth. And I think like she should have won, honestly, given how good she was and how crucial she was to us. So for all of that, then in the summers as well, like of course, like it's not Madrid related, but in the summer she went to in the Copa America and then led them to the finals as well.
Mhm.
So it's been a crazy year of development for Linda Caicedo, and I think she is one of the first names on the team sheet. She can play on the left, she can play through the middle, and she's just as phenomenal as she is every time she steps on the pitch. So for me, I think it is Linda Caicedo this year, slightly edging Callan Weir, who, of course, as you mentioned, became the all-time top goal scorer along with the all-time top assist provider and averages some one goal contribution every damn game, over one goal contribution every damn game. Like it's crazy. Her numbers are crazy. They don't make any sense. She's there in the big moments as well, but slightly, I think this year uh I would say Linda Caicedo.
Uh, Yeah, you know what? To make it colorful, I will stick with Weir. I will stick with Weir because I know that there were some like with Linda in the beginning of the season. Weir was also Weir also started it weird. I think it was like a general theme in the team with the new manager on all that.
Yeah.
But people have been saying also that oh, where's Weir? You know, she was well, a bit invisible for a few games at a time, but even then, you can't have this team without Weir. Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's always between those two, right? So, I know you go with Linda. I'll go with Weir. I'll go with our top goal scorer and assister.
Yeah, I mean, can't go wrong with those two options. I think it's been crazy, and I think those two are the only players who have their own like segments on the pod and have and do something ridiculous every damn game. So, like can't go wrong. I think we are blessed to see them play together, and I hope long may it continue. With Linda, we know for sure because she has signed a long-term contract with Madrid, which I was very happy about, which was
Yes.
again one of the highlights this calendar year as well. So yeah, I think I think we are going to enjoy her for a very long time, and I hope we keep her and we win some trophies with her. So that would be very nice. But yeah, I think that is about it. Just want to say, like, I know we've been a little inconsistent, but I hope you guys can understand a little. And we are like sort of trying to fix a time to record these things on the weekends, finding a amicable time for the both of us, given the time zone difference as well. So rest assured, this won't stop. I We want to make a promise that this will keep going, and every week we will be in your feed in 2026. So uh cheers to that. But yeah, also like I want to just say wish everyone like a happy new year whenever you're listening to this. I hope 2025 was nice to you, and I hope 2026 is nicer to you. So yeah, let's hope that 2026 brings good things for all of us, and all of the Madridistas, and also Real Madrid Femenino, so that we can celebrate a lot of these big moments together. So yeah, Kanita, anything you want to say?
Yes, I'm wishing you happy holidays, like every single holiday. There is like these days. I know that for a lot of students like me, the exams are starting soon as well. So the exams as well, happy preps and all that. And I also wish you a very, very happy new year. For the next year to be kind and to to keep keep growing, keep building the momentum of just good things in private life, also in with our team, with our preschooler team still. So yeah, happy holidays, everyone, and take care.
Yeah. And so that is about it for this one. You can tell us in the comments about what your favorite moment was for this season and for 2025. Who was your player of the season, player of the year, rather, in 2025, and who is your which signing has impressed you the most in this season. So yeah, please engage in the comments, and yeah, hit the like button, hit the share button. It helps us a lot. And yeah, hope to see you very very soon in 2026. Happy New Year and happy holidays to everyone. Until next time, Ala Madrid.
Ala Madrid.